A man sees a dog riding the subway daily and follows. He can't believe the reason. A man arrived at the metro station and took his usual seat as usual. But today would be different. While waiting with the other passengers, he noticed an unexpected newcomer, a dog. He observed it for a while, initially assuming it belonged to someone nearby. However, he soon realized he was mistaken. After watching for a bit longer, it became clear that the dog had no owner, so he promptly informed the authorities. Amr usually commuted to work by car. However, with his car in for repairs the previous day, he decided to use public transportation instead. On his first day riding the metro, he didn't expect to witness anything unusual. But there it was, a dog patiently waiting at the metro station, which promptly jumped onto the train as soon as it stopped. It was quite a curious sight, but no one else seemed to notice it except Amr. He tried to locate the dog on the train but couldn't find it. When the train reached his station, he gave up the search as he needed to get to work. Initially, Amr assumed the dog was simply a passenger wandering aimlessly in search of something. With that thought, he decided to let it go and forget about it. But he would encounter the dog again. Evening came and Amr returned home. But his mind was still on the dog. He thought he would never see it again. But the next day held a surprise for him. The same dog was waiting at the U-Bahn station again. For several days, Amr observed the dog's behavior. He wondered what was happening. Had the dog run away from home or been abandoned? One day, Amr saw other people pushing the dog away and disgustedly ejecting it from the train. Amr tried to stop them, but it was too late. The train had already left the station. The poor dog lay on the cold concrete floor, running in circles. Yet people just passed by without paying any attention. No one seemed to care about the dog. Amr watched helplessly from the train window as it moved disoriented and erratically among the commuters. Determined to help, he decided to solve the mystery of the dog's travels. The next day, he brought dog food to the U-Bahn station, where he spotted the dog again, a bit dirtier but still recognizable. The dog wagged its tail happily and accepted Amr's treats. Even after his car was repaired, Amr continued taking the metro every morning to feed and help the dog, wondering what adventures it might be encountering each day. He had to act quickly and get to the bottom of the story. He decided to call the authorities. The authorities directed him to a local animal shelter. When the shelter staff heard the dog's story, they were as surprised as Amr. At first, they just wanted to catch the dog and find it a family. But if they did that, they wouldn't be able to solve the mystery of where the dog went and why every day. After discussing with the shelter staff, they decided to follow the dog to uncover its daily routine. A staff member volunteered and soon discovered that the dog traveled daily by metro and ferry, strictly following public transportation rules. They shared this information with Amr, satisfying his curiosity but revealing a sad truth. The dog, named Boji, had once belonged to a family before being abandoned. Boji, once loved, was now searching for that connection on the streets. After undergoing health checks at the shelter, he was placed in a safe environment. To share his story, a social media account was created for him. They allowed Boji to travel on public transportation. But this time it was different. People recognized him from social media. They took photos with him, accompanied him, and gave him food. In fact, Boji had a calming effect on passengers. When he traveled, there wasn't the usual tension that appeared on other days. Chris McGrath, a Getty Images photographer, saw Boji on Twitter. He decided to go to Istanbul to see the dog in person. He followed the dog throughout the day to see where it went and document its adventures. Chris couldn't believe his eyes. This dog was one of a kind. It knew where it was going. The most interesting part was that whenever Boji saw a public transport vehicle, he immediately wanted to get on it. Boji seemed to enjoy his adventures immensely. While traveling by ferry, he often stayed in the engine room, a spot Chris realized he favored for its vibrations. Similarly, Boji preferred the part of the metro car near the wheels. Remarkably, he traveled long distances, yet always knew how to return. Life as a street animal is often harsh and dangerous, but Istanbul offers a different reality. The city has laws to protect stray animals, and many people actively feed and care for them. Turkey stands out as a country known for its compassion and care for animals, with strays becoming an integral part of daily life in its cities. Cats and dogs roam freely, often seen resting in cafes, shops, and even shopping malls. a testament to the love and tolerance of the Turkish people. Stray animals can be found in nearly every store or cafe and are a common sight on subways, trains, and buses, reflecting the unique harmony between people and animals in Turkish society. People and animals are very good at living together in a friendly way. When an animal is persecuted in this country, the public reacts strongly, organizes marches and rallies, and with the support of social media, they cooperate with the police to find the people who torture animals and take the case to court. Turkish people are very compassionate and helpful towards animals. It is common to see food and water bowls for animals on the streets in parks and gardens. Municipalities and animal-loving volunteers regularly work to feed and care for stray animals. In addition, small huts and shelters are built to shelter stray animals during the cold winter months, and water bowls are placed in summer to keep them hydrated. Turkish people also have a high rate of animal adoption. Shelters and animal rescue organizations go to great lengths to find new homes for abandoned or helpless animals. Thanks to calls and awareness campaigns on social media, many animals find a warm home. Especially in big cities, it is common for stray animals to roam freely in cafes and restaurants. And some places even allocate special areas for them. Such practices are the best examples of how animal lovers and business owners value animals. Animal love in Turkey is not limited to stray animals. The rate of pet ownership is also increasing day by day, and veterinary clinics and animal hospitals are becoming widespread. Turkish people deeply respect the right to life of animals and make every effort to ensure their well-being. This warm and compassionate attitude makes Turkey a safe and welcoming place for animals, with the peaceful presence of animals on the streets serving as a testament to this love. People provided food for Boji, and municipal workers routinely took him for checkups to ensure his health. Chris spent a long time following and observing Boji. Boji had stayed at the shelter for a while, and once his health was ensured, he was released. A small hut was even built for him at one of the metro stations. By then, people were familiar with Boji's peculiar habits. Thanks to his Twitter account, many had come to know and adore him when they encountered him. Before long, Boji became a global sensation, gaining over 100,000 followers on his Twitter account. Many of these followers had even met him in person. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.